I want to be clear about one thing. When we're talking about carboloading, since carbohydrates, really whether simple or complex, get broken down into sugar in your bloodstream and are absorbed into your bloodstream as sugar, when we say carboloading, what we really should be saying is sugar loading, just to be honest, right? So I'm going to continue using the term carb loading because that's what we're used to. But I want you to start seeing it for what it really is. So let me just reiterate. When you're hungry, if you feel like you're shaky and you're tired, you're experiencing a metabolic emergency. That's not normal hunger. It's not supposed to feel like that. What the emergency is caused by is an inability to access your energy stores in the form of whatever, fat or glycogen. And as a reaction to that inability, your body overshoots with the insulin and then produces another hormone to counteract the effects of the first hormone. And so you're basically, this is wild hormonal turbulence here. And you want to break out of that. So what do? Well, it's pretty easy. Just give your cells the kind of energy that they really want. And that kind of energy is not sugar, it's fat. The second reason that the idea of sugar being, the fuel that you need is misleading has to do with the fact that you can get plenty of energy from burning fatty acids. When you have a normal cortisol diurnal pattern, you get a surge sometime in the morning because what it allows you to do is access your stored energy. And so that could be sugar, but it's also going to be fat. And so it's the worst time of the day to do something like this, right? Because you were almost about to start burning fat. And then what do? Well, you reinforce those sugar-burning enzymes in preference to the fat-burning enzymes. So what should you do instead? Well, that. Or if you like these, try that. So here's the benefits of being a fat burner. You get more power from your muscle and your muscle tissue. You get more power from your heart, which is creates a feedback loop, because when your heart works better, what does it do for your muscles? Gives them more oxygen, right? So you can be more aerobic and less anaerobic. So you can burn fat faster if you want to, if you're working really hard. You get less lactic acid and other metabolic byproducts, and lactic acid and these sort of things not only slow us down, but they hurt. And they possibly also damage muscle cells and impair the healing and promote inflammation and all these things that people who study exercise physiology learn about that happens when we exercise. Here's a big one if you're into endurance sports. A lot of people my size would only be able to store about 600 calories of glycogen in our muscle and liver tissue, 600 calories. So that's maybe a 1 hour jog, a 1 hour run, versus 40,000. So that's way more than you would need doing a marathon. You can do like an ultra marathon. In fact, the world's longest, fastest distance runner goes 400 miles in a weekend. So to put that in California distances, he could go basically from where I live in Napa to LA. See you in a couple days, bye. And that would burn just about this much. I don't think that's a coincidence. That's what he poops out. So he is an extremely good fat burner. And this is given like something around 10%, 8 to 10% body fat male. So, and anybody who's read our books, they know that why all this stuff is also better for your long-term health. It's not just for exercise.